why people blame. Okay, we blame others, we blame circumstances, we blame other things even outside of our control. But why we keep blaming? All right, my friend, welcome to the Parking University. It is because, my friend, every one of us has our ego. Okay, and this ego, my friend, it's just trying to dictate us. It's just trying to show that I am here for some reason. That's why it's called ego. And blaming, my friend, if you can blame someone else, if you could blame circumstances, if you could blame the government, if you could blame any other stuff, your work or anything, okay, at least it's not your fault. Okay, so it's just your ego. It's just trying to protect you, that it is not your fault, it is someone else's fault, and it's trying to try not to shame you, because sometimes when you are in fault, you're gonna be shamed, you're gonna be ashamed, you're gonna be feel down, you're gonna be feel broken, you're gonna feel really not good. So that's why the ego is there, my friend. Ego is trying to protect you. It's normal. It's trying to protect before that happens. It's trying to let that blame to someone else instead of you. So the blame will be thrown. It could be to anyone as long as it's not to you. Okay, that's the ego, my friend. So if you still keep blaming, okay, you are still not conscious. That's unconscious. Okay, so the unconscious mind, we have a lot of things that being is stored in our subconscious mind. That's we do things unconsciously. Okay, so the things that we do unconsciously, they are stored in our subconscious mind. So it could be because we've been doing that for so long, or it could be we do that repeatedly, or we observe that for many times since we're little, since we're kids, or we see that in our environment of that most of the time, or we see that in our loved ones or close to us, that we need to throw the blame to make sure that we don't feel bad, we don't the responsibility is not ours. If it having it's there's a mistake or there's a fault, it's not us, it's not us is the fault. Okay, that's ego trying to tell that you cannot be it's not your fault, it's not your mistake. But when we are the become the watcher of our mind, my friend, then we can see that blaming is not if you could, there is a study that successful people, what they do, okay, these are there are very few successful people, and they just don't blame. They are conscious that blaming is a sign of lack, limitation. It's a sign of not taking full responsibility. Okay, blaming is not growing, my friend. Okay, so when we are conscious that it's just like our ego trying to protect us, trying to control us, and trying to become one with the ego. Okay, so we are conscious, and we become a higher being than our conscious. We become the watcher of our mind, because our mind is very a tool that is very useful. It's very smart. It could, as much as possible, it could keep thinking. It could be thinking the past, thinking the future, but most of the time, we are unable to think the present. Okay, so the mind is just trying to do anything because that's his job of the mind. But when we become the watcher of the mind, my friend, we can see that blaming, when we stop blaming and we consider that as our fault, our responsibility, we don't blame someone else, that's that time, my friend, we are growing. Wow. All right, so when we accept the responsibility, when we don't blame others, we just blame ourselves instead, that means we are a better person compared to our previous one. So there is a study that every person will change in 11 months, my friend. Initial study, you become a different person in 7 years. But there is a new study that even 11 months you become a different person. Okay, it depends. If you still do the same things what you do, you don't change what you read, what you do, who you associate with, so most likely you will be the same person in 5 years or a few more years. But even 11 months could change our life, my friend. You could be this different person in 11 months if you change what you see, what you believe, what you read, what you listen, okay, whom you associate, what you do. There is a chance that you become a different person. And in order for us to achieve something that is what we don't have right now, or what we don't achieve yet, is we need to become a different. Okay, so if we are just the same person right now 5 years ago, we don't expect to achieve different things, because we do the same things, we think the same things, we talk the same things. Okay, thinking and talking and doing the same things will not alter the result, my friend. Okay, so we can only achieve different things if we are thinking different thoughts, we are acting different, and we are talking different, my friend. Wow. So it starts with stop the blame. Stopping the blame, that means taking full responsibility, and that means we are growing, my friend. Alrighty, welcome to the Parking University, my friend. Hope you learned something today. Close your eyes, open your arms, and let your legs, and this will be yours. Peace, love, good health, abundance, all the riches in the world. Boom, shakala.